Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan. What up? You kicking it with KC. Right now, we got Ole Miss versus Miami. Last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. We got Ole Miss up 27-24 against Miami. We're going to get to the last result of that in just a second. Big news we talking about first and foremost, coming from yahoosports.com. The Hawks dealt Trae Young to the Washington Wizards on Wednesday, according to ESPN's Shams. In exchange, the Hawks will receive CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert with no draft picks in either direction. Young is in his 8th season and has spent his entire career with the Atlanta Hawks before being moved. The deal was executed during the Hawks home game while Young was on the team's bench in street clothes. He quickly exited the court after receiving some last-second well wishes from teammates. After playing in the first 5 games of the 2025-2026 NBA season, Trae Young missed the next 23 games with an MCL sprain. The Hawks went 13-10 without him, though he returned in mid-December. The 27-year-old dropped 8 points and had 10 assists in his first game back, but he had missed several games this month due to a right quad contusion. The Hawks last made the playoffs in 2023 when they lost in the first round to the Boston Celtics. The end of an era in Atlanta. In the ATL, no more Trae Young, no more Ice Trae the game. No more Migos and Trae and all the other stuff, man. It's the end now. I think essentially they were saying at least this season the Hawks were better without Trae Young. When Trae Young was on the floor, I believe they said they had a losing record. So I don't know if they're using that as an excuse, but Trae Young is with the Washington Wizards now. You with the Wizards. There's some people that are saying, some reports saying he actually requested to go to Washington. Here's my thing. This is what I was saying when I first heard Trae Young wanted to trade. Bro, be happy where you are. Soon as players get to acting like, I want to go somewhere else or I'm tired of my situation, they either get bounced around or they get cut, waived, and you do not see from them no more. That's why you see a lot of OGs now, retired NBA players or athletes saying, man, I should have been happy with, man, cherish your moments, man, make the best of it, man. You should, if I could go back, I would. That's what they always talking about. I feel like Carmelo Anthony was one of a good player example of that. There's a few other athletes in different sports who want to act like they wanted to start, or if I'm coming off the bench, I ain't trying to do this, or if I ain't the main player, I ain't doing this, or whatever the case. Then they get traded, or they just want to go, they just want to get traded, and then you get traded to a sorry team, a worse situation than in. Or you get bounced around, or you get cut and waived and never play in the league again. So I'm not saying that Trae Young, this is his situation, but you go to the Washington Wizards, bro. Can somebody tell me, since when, as of 2025-2026, are the dang on Washington Wizards better than the Atlanta Hawks? Now, record-wise, they might be, maybe now, but it was just like a season or two ago, Washington Wizards were the worst team in the league. This might have been last season. Because I know the Pistons were the worst team just 4 seasons ago. So, I don't know, Trae. You wanted to go to Washington. Maybe you got some type of, maybe there's some teammates there that you want to play with. Other than that, I think that was dumb for Trae Young to not only request the trade, but if you wanted to go to Washington, for you to go to Washington is crazy. But hey, maybe this is the time that Washington Wizards will actually be something. Maybe he's gonna turn their franchise around. I don't know. I don't see it happening. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. We're gonna switch over real quick and talk about football in the NFL. This is actually my only other topic I want to talk about. This is actually kind of interesting. If you go back to my other channel, From the Stands, I talked about Brian Flores before in his situation. This is coming from NBCSports.com. Nearly 4 years after the lawsuit was first filed, a key threshold question is moving toward a final answer. The NFL has filed a petition for right of certiorari with the United States Supreme Court as to the question of whether the civil action filed in February of 2022 by former Dolphins coach and now current Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores against the NFL, the Dolphins, the Giants, the Broncos, and the Texans will be resolved in court or an arbitration. The specific legal question presented to the Supreme Court is this, quote, whether an arbitration agreement governing disputes in a professional sports league is categorically unenforceable under the Federal Arbitration Act because it designates the league's commissioner as the default arbitrator and permits the commissioner to develop arbitral procedures, end quote. The NFL has widely narrowed the question, given that the reasoning, if applied throughout corporate America, would be empower other companies to attempt to rig the in-house arbitration process by putting employment disputes in the hands of the CEO. Still, the league's position is clear. It wants the commissioner to retain power over disputes involving the NFL and the various teams that have hired that handsomely compensate the commissioner. Essentially, what they are saying is Brian Flores, who was with the Dolphins at the time, Miami Dolphins, basically sued the NFL for racial discrimination, saying that y'all basically purposely are not hiring certain coaches, or like, I have proof against these teams that they're not really trying to hire a black coach and blah, blah. When I first read that, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I want to see where this goes. This was years ago, February of 2022. He has bounced around the league since then. I thought his career was over as a coach when that story first came out. He was suing the league. He is still maintaining a job and even being considered, if not interviewed, for a head coaching position. And I'm like, how, fam? And now they're talking about whether or not this case will be held to going on to the Supreme Court and let them handle it, or is the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, who you see here, is he going to be the judge in this lawsuit? That's basically what they're saying. Either the real courts, Supreme Court's going to handle it, or Roger Goodell is going to handle it. And what do you think the CEO of a company, CEO, say loosely, he's the commissioner of the NFL, what do you think he's going to rule in the case of Brian Flores saying that the NFL is racist? The same league that has end racism in the end zone, that has stop hate on the back of players' helmets. I think Roger Goodell is going to choose the side of the NFL and the brand and the shield that he protects and works for. So I agree. Situations like that, discrimination, it should go to Supreme Court. There's no way the CEO or owner of the company should be the judge of the situation. That don't make no sense, fam. So it's interesting to see. I'm going to continue to stay on this lawsuit in this situation. Brian Flores. I want you to remember that name because he is suing the NFL for racial discrimination and he is still employed as a defensive coordinator currently. It might be a head coach. But will the NFL giving him a head coach position, be the reason to kind of sweep all this lawsuit under the rug? That's what I wanted to see too. We'll see. We'll stay on top of this, but let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat, in the comments, or call into the show. 313-466-4386. We got more important things to talk about right now. Currently, Miami is down 24-27. College football playoffs, the Fiesta Bowl. The Fiesta Bowl going on right now. Ole Miss up 3 points. They showing the recap of the entire game, how it went basically back and forth. Miami scoring, Ole Miss scoring. Miami scoring, Ole Miss scoring, like back and forth. Now we got a 24-27 situation. Fourth quarter, 31 seconds remaining. First and goal. Miami has the ball. They can kick a field goal, tie the game, go into overtime, or they can go for this touchdown right now and end the game. First and goal, 31 seconds. Miami on Ole Miss 7-yard line. Quarterback in a shotgun, hands it off, runs within the 5-yard. He's at the 3-yard line. He's tackled at the 3-yard line. 23 seconds remaining. Second and goal for Miami. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Fiesta Bowl, number 10 Miami with a 12-2 record against the number 6 Ole Miss Rebels, 13-1. 23 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Second and goal. Ole Miss up 27-24. Second and goal for Miami. They either go for the touchdown and win the game, or they kick the field goal and take it into overtime. Has to be very, very strategic. They literally only have 2 more opportunities, Miami, to score a touchdown. Either you score on second and goal or third and goal as in score a touchdown, or you basically have to kick this field goal on the 4th goal. Or do you risk it all and go for the touchdown? Woo! We're about to see, though. Players back on the field right now. Miami has had possession throughout this entire game. Majority of the time, they had 87 plays. Ole Miss Rebels only have 56 plays, but still has the lead. 27-24. Play clock is running. 18, 17, 16. Game clock is frozen at 24. Miami with the ball at the 3-yard line. 24 seconds remaining in the game, 4th quarter. Miami quarterback Carson Beck in the shotgun, snaps the ball, looks for his receiver, scrambles, dodges. He got field, wide open, touchdown, Miami! Game over in this motherfucker. 30-27, Carson Beck, 3-yard rushing touchdown with 18 seconds remaining. Unless Ole Miss got something to pull up out of nowhere, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. 18 seconds remain. Ole Miss, they have 1 timeout. Maybe 2 plays. Hail Marys down the field. Anything is possible. I've seen crazier. Miami kicks the point after. It is good. 31-27. Miami with the lead right now. 18 seconds remain in the game. Who wins the Fiesta Bowl to move forward in the college football playoffs? Who you got? Who you got? Let me go ahead and switch this up. This is what the bracket is looking like right now, by the way. We got the Miami versus Ole Miss game right now. The winner of this game goes to the national championship, and they play whoever the winner of Indiana and Oregon. Indiana-Oregon plays tomorrow. That's Friday, January 9th. I think they said 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We might stream. I don't know. We'll see about that. Appreciate you for kicking it with KC from the stands of a sports fan. If you're watching right now, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, hit that share button as well. We're doing a live stream right now. Live score, live reaction of Miami. Number 10 Miami Hurricanes football against number 6 Ole Miss. 13-1. Fiesta Bowl. 18 seconds remain. Don't get it twisted. Ole Miss has a little bit of time. They have 1 timeout, and they got 18 seconds. Depending on what they do when they receive this ball, they need to get the ball off the kickoff, get as many yards as possible, and then they got about 1 or 2 1 maybe 2 plays. Miami kicks the ball. Fair catch. Ole Miss calls for the fair catch. Ole Miss calls for the fair catch. All right, let's go. Who wins it all? It's win or go home right now for Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss, they defend. What were they? The whole left side of the field was completely open for Carson Beck. Whole left field open. That boy cakewalked in the end zone. Ole Miss at their own 25-yard line. 18 seconds remaining. Snaps the ball. Looks for his receiver. Gets it to him in the middle of the field. 50-yard line. Are they using the timeout? Yeah, they use a timeout. 13 seconds. 13 seconds remaining. Ole Miss with the ball. No, they didn't use a timeout. Excuse me. They actually had to. Okay. Wow, I don't know how they didn't run that clock. Yeah, only 2 seconds went off the clock. There's 11 seconds remaining. Well, excuse me, technically 7 seconds. But Ole Miss clocks it. 2nd and 10 for Ole Miss. Anything is possible. Can Ole Miss pull it off? Ole Miss does have one timeout. Looks for a receiver. He gets it midfield. Now you got to use a timeout. Yeah, 5 seconds. It's over. One last play. It's do or die. Do or die for Ole Miss. That took up too much time, my baby. It's do or die for Ole Miss. Their best bet may be a quick post to the outside. Get your receiver to get a few more yards. And then y'all got to go straight in the end zone. Or do they go straight in the end zone now? Ole Miss down 4 points. Ole Miss down. Carson Beck on the sideline with his head down, kneeling. Is he crying? What is he doing? The game ain't over yet. Miami has the lead, 31-27. 6 seconds left. They put a second on the clock. 1st and 10. Ole Miss with the ball. Oh my God. White girls sweating their makeup off the face in anticipation. 1st and 10. Let's go. Ole Miss with the ball. Trinidad Chamberlain, that his name. Quarterback for Ole Miss right now in the shotgun. 6 seconds remaining. 4th quarter. Miami uses their timeout. Yeah, smart. Miami uses their final timeout as well. Which means after this is win or go home. It's win or go home for Ole Miss or Miami. I mean, Miami already got the game. It's a one-possession game. It's outside of a field goal. So Ole Miss got to get this touchdown. This touchdown. You got to be. I mean, your best bet is try to get a playoff in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And then try to get that last playoff with that 1 second. That's all you need is 1 second. Oh, they don't have any more timeout. Excuse me. Ooh, this is tough. This is the last play, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout is up. Trinidad Chamberlain, quarterback for Ole Miss, stepping up right now. 6 seconds remaining. Ole Miss at the line. Ole Miss, Miami zone 35. Play clock at 19:18. Game clock's frozen at 6. Ball is snapped. Looks for his receiver, looking downfield, throws it up. Oh, he overthrew it. It's over. Miami Hurricanes officially win the Fiesta Bowl. Miami Hurricanes officially win the Fiesta Bowl, and they will be moving forward in the college football playoffs. Congratulations to Miami, number 10, beating Ole Miss, number 6, in a technical upset. So congratulations to Miami. They will be playing the winner of Indiana versus Oregon, who will be playing tomorrow, Friday, January 9th, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Great game, by the way. Great game. Oh wow, that's an obvious hold and pass interference. I mean, it's too late now, but that was a crazy pass interference. Yeah, they got that one off. I mean, he overthrew his receivers too. I believe if he wouldn't have overthrew it, if he wouldn't have overthrown it, it was a possibility one of them could have caught that. But that was I ain't gonna lie, that was a crazy pass interference technically. But they didn't call it. So Miami walks away with that win. Congratulations, Carson Beck, the Verbo Fiesta Bowl champions. And they advance to the national championship. Miami Hurricanes will be playing in the championship January 19th, 2026, against either the Heisman Trophy winner quarterback Fernando Mendoza, or it's gonna be against I don't know who down there in Oregon or over there in Oregon. Hey man, listen, couple things I saw from Ole Miss I think were mistakes, if I'm being honest. Missed field goals. Ole Miss kicker, he had two field goals where he actually hit the left goal post. The first one hit the left goal post, boom, miss. The second one he hit, boom, went inside, pause. But that was a missed opportunity right there, first and foremost. Now, this is what I want to say. How the heck are kickers, NFL, NCAA, whatever, how are you hitting the goalpost, bro? You know how small, like the goalpost is like this. Like imagine your goal being, in order to score, we have to hit the goalpost. Like, you know statistically how hard that is? But for some reason, a lot of kickers are hitting the goalpost. Like it's easy. Like it's a big sign that says hit me. That's crazy to me. Pause. Other than that, man, great game. Oh, Ole Miss receivers missed a lot of catches, bro. I'm talking about missed a lot of passes and catches out there. Ole Miss receivers missed a lot of open catches and passes. They gonna see this in film. Y'all gonna have to see that in film. They missed a lot of open passes. So, I mean, Ole Miss, you could say Miami won. Ole Miss kind of lost too. I mean, but it was a fair game overall. Both teams have things where they made mistakes, could have did better. But overall, Miami did it. Congratulations, Miami. Beating Ole Miss, man, in the Fiesta Bowl. Moving forward to the national championship, January 19th. Who you got in the national championship? Who do you have going against Miami in the national championship? Let me know in the comments and live chat, or you can call into the show 313-466-4386. But I ain't gonna lie, we about to wrap it up and get up out of here, fam. So do me a favor, if you got this far in the video, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button before you leave. We appreciate that. The share button, the subscribe button. We can take a subscription every now and then. We appreciate it. From the stands of a sports fan, my man's Pots and Pans, you kicking it with KC, MC. Thank you again. Look out for more live streams coming out real soon. We're going to be doing some more over the weekend, more than likely. NBA games, NFL games coming up, wild card weekend. And more college. More college tomorrow. But other than that, appreciate the love. We out here.